Hi everyone. So it's time for today's connections game. I know you have seen the thumbnail, so you would know what the words of today are. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to show you the 16 words. They need to be put in four categories of four words. Pause this video and give it your best shot. Watch till the end of this video. At the end, I will reveal the four groups of four. Let's talk about today's word, class. Now, class is an interesting word because it has many, many meanings, right? So, class, probably the simplest form of the word class is, class student, right? Going to a class, or where are you going? I'm going to class. I'm going to teach a class. So that's class, the simplest version of class, which means, a part of a school, a class. But then we have class as in group. This is a class of problems that we have never had, or class that, you know, that is just class. As in, this person is elegant. This person is, well, the adjective for it is classy. This person is classy, right? Class, as in, he's got class. That's a touch of class, right? Class in that means that being refined, being excellent, classy. And then we have things like classic, right? This is classic. And then classical, which becomes a little confusing, right? We have classic and we have classical. So both of them kind of like adjectives, but you don't say classic music, you say classical music. That's classical music. And then you have classy. And then, if you're into programming, then you have a class, object class. But class in there, that means a group. This is a class of birds that are, usually flying here. Class. And then we have high class, low class. But that class there has to do with group, right? So this is the high class, this is low class. And then, even when you buy a plane ticket, it's first class, second class, third class. So class, there's group, right? Division of people. So here in this game of connections today, class means sections, right? And then we have classify, right? Then to classify means to group things, to categorize things. So you classify that. But then when it's something classy, that means it's top secret. Can I know where did the president go? No, that's classified. That means that is top secret information. You don't have access. You don't have the authority to access that information. That's classified. So we have class, then we have classify, and then we have classified, and then classic and classical and classy. Each one of them has a different meaning. And so this is why in my videos, I like to say to you that if these things become a little bit complicated, don't worry, just keep going, right? Keep learning, because even Native American speakers and British speakers have problems and they make mistakes. So if you don't know all of this, just keep learning. If you become disappointed, just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. That's how I did it, 40 some years ago, learning English. That's the only way. So be gentle towards yourself, be kind towards yourself, pat yourself on the back, be proud of your accomplishment. So class here means section, right? And then division is also class, right? So division comes from division, the noun form from divide, division, right? But division means this is the division of the company that takes care of the stamps, right? Division. Or this is the division of the bank that deals with the loans, division. But also division is term means that you used it in the army, but also division is the act of division. What is 4 divided by 2? That's two, right? But the operation you're doing there is called division. And then division is also, about dividing and division. So division is a noun, but comes from dividing, the verb dividing. And division is not good for us. We need to stay united. So division there is being separate, being at odds with each other. And there are things like subdivision and also exist. And then there we have the word rank. So what is your rank, sergeant? Or so it's in the military, or we use rank. Or, I'm a black belt, you're a brown belt, so I am higher rank. Rank as in degree of expertise or degree of, how higher up you are. So there is rank, and so high ranking. What is the highest ranking boxer in America? Ranking, right? Ranking. But this is a very high rank. You can't just get it, right? High rank as in, this is special. But the thing you may not know is rank, it's also an adjective. And something is rank means something is rancid. That means something smells really bad. So you might have not known that, but the rank means, to smell bad as an adjective. But rank is also section. This is the third rank that then the last one for section is tier. Now tier, T-I-E-R, as I have told you before, tier has many meanings. Tier can be T-E-A-R, and that means tier, or for that. But tier here means layer, level. So this is the third tier operation, as in it's like, the third level tier here. And then so we have tier means it's usually not only for division and section, but it shows you different ranks, different levels, different, third tier, second tier, first tier, fourth tier. That shows you the level of, the rank, the level of importance in something. This is some third tier company, as in, you're not very respectful of the company because it's a lower tier. So those were our words for section, class, division, rank, and tier. Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. Thank you. Now let's go back to our video. Then we have words that all mean including. Also, I also went to University of Texas. Or I went to University of Texas too. Also, it comes in the middle, whereas to goes in the end, right? Actually, you can say that to can also come in the middle. I too know who the murder suspect is. So I also know, and actually it's funny because when you say I too rather than I also, it's actually more powerful and more emphasis when you say I too. And then and including, ham and cheese, and then plus, it's a mathematical operation plus, but plus also means a positive. On the plus side, as in on the positive side, and then there's an expression, who's your plus one? That means that, you go to a party, you go to a gala, and say, who's your plus one? That means that who are you bringing with yourself, your plus one? And then we have A plus, which is the highest mark. So plus, and then with. And then so with means, what with means, which is simple. And then without, right? Without. Are you with your wife or without your wife? So with and without are the opposite. But then that is interesting because you can have with and without as the antonym. But then you can also have you can have without, but then you can have within, and the opposite of that is without. So that without there does not mean not having something. There without means outside of something. So I know what's happening, but without I don't know. So within and without, they go the opposite way. So the words for including are also, and, plus, and then dog breeds informally. Again, this is connections. That's not me. Boston is a dog breed apparently, and then golden, and golden means color of gold, and you got to pay attention because golden and gold are not the same. So this is confusing because when you say that's my gold chain, you're giving the chain the material of being gold, right? That is the material. That's the gold standard. Gold standard, that means that's the gold standard. Like English is the gold standard of languages, gold standard. So gold having to do with the word gold. But when it becomes gold then is usually, that means just color. This is a golden opportunity for you to solve this problem. So golden means, kind of like gold, but it's not gold. You never say this is a gold opportunity. It doesn't make sense. But this is a golden opportunity. Then we have the word lab for a dog breed, and I think it's short for Labrador or something. I don't know. But lab is also a word that is the abbreviation for laboratory. Lab, which laboratory or laboratory. We have different pronunciations and even spellings between American English and British English. And then finally we have the word pit, which I think pit must be pit bull. So we have Boston, golden. I think golden probably is golden retriever. Lab is Labrador, and pit is pit bull. Now pit is a very great word because pit has so many meanings other than this dog thing. Pit means sort of a bottom of something. I have this pain, I have this uneasy feeling at the pit of my stomach. So pit, and then pitfall. There are pitfalls to this problem. There are pitfalls to this journey. And then pitfall. And then to pit two people against each other. That means that to have two people who are against each other and they're pitted against each other. So that to pit against each other, which means to fight, to, argue and stuff. And then finally, we have famous poems, which again, I had no idea about this. Daddy is a famous poem. Now it's interesting because daddy means, of course, papa and father, daddy, dad, and then the sort of a diminutive or the informal or the loving version of it is daddy. Daddy. Now the thing is about daddy is that it also has some sort of in some naughty circles, daddy is used for that, like who's your daddy? And that's not, the biological father you have. And there is a famous poem of Harlem. I've never heard of this famous poem of Harlem, but I do know that Harlem is sort of a African American part of New York City. And then we have Howl, that famous poem. Howl, I usually hear howl like what the wolves do. They howl at the moon, right? That howl or howling is that screaming of an animal, of a wolf. And then finally, famous poem is If, which I have no idea. But if, of course, you know what it is. It's the very simple form, if you don't eat your breakfast, you can't go out, if, right?